Get the kids ready.
Mhm.
Oh, these little ones, sometimes they can be monsters.
It might be a difficult day today to get back into routine.
Yeah.
So if you're still rubbing your eyes, if you rub it all up till 10:30, it's one of those things.
Yeah.
Eventually, by next week, Monday, things should settle.
Yeah, but then a few weeks after that, school's closed and you're back on holiday again.
It's going to take a long
no.
time. So this term, like you said, it's short.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel like it. Because of how
The amount
much
of work
needs to be done in a very short space of time. And,
man.
Examination. Sometimes the little ones are writing 2 on the same day. So it's stressful, but it's worth it because you give your best in the 4th term and then you've got 6 weeks to keep your feet up at home.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So you guys that are watching on social media, wherever you are right now, just look down on the screen, just down there, down the bottom end there somewhere. There's a share button somewhere, like around about there or there or there, somewhere down there. Hit the share button. Send it off to all your friends, your family, your neighbors, that guy that was making noise through the entire weekend, keeping the whole district up. Yeah. Send a message to them as well and say, join in and listen to quality radio and get good information like this.
Breakfast rush traffic.
So Monday morning, if you're heading out onto the roads, Salam Alaikum, Superintendent Rauf, welcome to the Breakfast Rush.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you doing?
Alhamdulillah. How are you doing this morning?
Now, after 5 kilometers, I'm revitalized.
Rejuvenated, revitalized, and retired as well.
Well, the highlight for me on that day was the blind girl running the race.
Yes. Oh, that young lady was so inspirational. I had to walk up to her and say, listen, no weapons allowed on the course because she was using this her ticking stick.
Yes.
Yeah, to get her on. It was amazing. I had to get her into the studio as well. That was very inspirational. I'm glad you saw that as well. And there were quite a few folks that were otherwise physically determined.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so they were moving around with like wheelchairs and all of that. It was so inspiring, Super. I'm glad you saw that as well.
Well, she, when I looked at her running on the road and also on the promenade, it was amazing. Really, it was amazing, and it's amazing how Allah has taken away one of those things from her body, but replaced it with 10 other items where she can actually do what she wants to do.
Absolutely.
An inspiration for all of us.
And she spoke so well when she got onto the microphone in the studio as well. She spoke brilliantly. Sister Salma did the conversation with her around about 8:39, somewhere around there. And it was very inspiring. So I'm glad she, her parents brought her through. Well, I think she brought her parents through.
The support structure was incredible.
Phenomenal.
I watched, I think it was her dad next to her throughout the entire walk. And he was saying, are you okay? This is here and that is here.
Yeah.
It was lovely.
So do you know what Nazmira Kasim did on the road? She beat her time from last year.
Yes, I did. Alhamdulillah. It was lovely. It was so nice.
She was never on the road.
No, I don't know what pavement and road and what. She beat her time on the course.
I was on the road.
Do you know how she managed to do that?
Back of the ambo.
Lies. Don't lie. No more naan katai for you from next year.
He had a whole bowl. But she managed to beat her time from last year by simply not talking to anybody.
No, I was focused.
Absolutely.
She focused.
2.2 seconds.
Not even. It was over 20 minutes.
Do you know, whilst you're on the phone and whilst we're talking about all of this, we got to get you your first traffic update, boys and girls. It's exactly 6:30 now. So what's happening on the roads?
Yeah, let's do that. We've got an accident on the M2 southbound. Happened earlier on this morning. Truck and a bakkie involved. Just before the Tonga Toll Plaza. The left-hand lane's obstructed, so there will be delays in the vicinity. Just allow for extra traveling time there, please. Now, anticipating lane closures on the Link Road westbound, as you come from the Chatsworth entrance to King Chaka Drive, Link Road. Now, these roadworks going to be taking place in the vicinity, but just be aware of that, please. The N2 northbound, as you're joining the N3, this is information that's coming through. Say it's still closed. It has opened up since. So, traffic is flowing in that vicinity. Now, the big one for the morning is the R61, Amtata, near Myth Mountain, as you're coming towards Port St. John's. The road is closed because of protest action. So you're not going to be able to get through in that vicinity. It's completely closed due to produce action. So please try and use an alternate route. I don't know if there is another one, but the road is completely closed. Stationary vehicle near to southbound, it's half time gaining, and left-hand lanes obstructed, so there will be delays in the vicinity as well. Your first update.
Thank you very much. Superintendent Raouf, you take it nice and easy, drive safe, and we'll catch up with you a bit later on the program.
Assalamu alaikum. Just look at the pictures I sent you.
Okay, Assalamu alaikum. I'll go have a look at that now. Trisha's out in Dundee, listening and watching in this morning. Thank you very much, Trisha. Tracy G says, good morning from Johannesburg. Joburgers. Thank you very much, Vishon's there as well. So many folks, I want to know where you're from. So if you are on WhatsApp listening on FM, send that message, because think of it like it is a little bit of market research, if you will.
Of course.
Yeah, market.
We'd like
Yeah,
to know
we'll call
where
it
you
that.
are.
I want to know where you. Don't give me your
And
address.
like we always said to Trisha, share it in all the Dundee groups. Let people know so they can also benefit.
Do you know Dundee is only that big, right?
No, but she did mention there's so many
Dundee is
groups.
literally like that. Like on the map, I think the whole of Dundee is like one dot.
Do you know
Mm.
the WhatsApp groups are probably much more than the area itself?
True
Always
story.
happens. Think about your area and mine.
Don't worry about area. Right here at Al Ansar, I think we've got 766,222,652 million groups.
See, there's the proof.
Yeah.
So put it on all the groups in your area and spread the goodness.
Oh, there we go. We'd appreciate you doing that. Just make the circle bigger, so to speak, and bring all of your friends in that into the circle.
The weather update. I think it's going to be playtime weather.
Right. If you are in Durban, we're expecting a sunny lunchtime, 25 degrees today. Peter Maritzburg, cloudy 26. Margate, a partly cloudy 24 degrees. Richards Bay, cloudy 28. Ladysmith, partly cloudy 32 degrees in that part of the world. Johannesburg, partly cloudy 27. Cape Town, a sunny 19 degrees. Outside of South Africa, Lilongwe in Malawi, a sunny 32. Pakistan's Karachi expecting a haze and a 35-degree high. Makkah and Medina expecting haze up to 37 degrees in that part of the world. 37 for Dubai as well. Going to be a sunny day out in Dubai today. It's around about 25 to 1 p.m. in Perth in Australia, where it's sunny and 26 degrees at the moment. Out in Galway, Ireland, at 25 to 6 a.m. in Galway, Ireland, a clear 15 degrees expected at their lunchtime. So they're pretty much enjoying still their winter. Gaza City, Palestine, a partly cloudy 27 as our Palestinian brothers and sisters eke their way up to their lunch hour. Headlining news coming your way in a little bit on the program. We'll just give you a couple of stories that we've been keeping an eye on for ourselves. And of course, today, a very, very special interview with somebody that Nazmira Kasim spent a few moments with yesterday. Dr. Zahira Sumar was a member of the Global Samud Flotilla. She'll be sharing her experience with us a little bit later on the program. You can also expect a sporting news update with brother Buddy Govender around about 7:30 this morning. And later on the program, we'll be speaking with Dr. Rakesh Mohanlal about the value of a second opinion. Now, it's not very often that a doctor will actually get on and say, yeah, I'm going to diagnose you, but if you want to get a second opinion, yeah, 2 thumbs up. So here it is, new tools for heart and health assessment. That's on your menu, on your breakfast rush for today. Talking about the menu, also on the menu, we've got Gari Shahid Mahmood and the Rao brothers. After this.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil Pure Sunflower Cooking Oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil Cooking Oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is sunflower. Tradition just tastes better.
Your hits, your sound, your station, your TBR. Monday to Friday.
The Al Ansar Cancer Support Group hosts its annual Chai Day on Saturday, 25th October 2025 at the Al Ansar Hall, 189 West Road, Overport. A humble appeal is made to you to contribute mini cakes and savories for our tea garden. To pledge your support, kindly contact Zora Barak on 064-963-1193.
Welcome to the Village Code Cafe and Bistro, where flavors dance and every gathering feels like magic. Halal certified and run by 3 sisters, we serve breakfast all day, from bagels and sourdough open sandwiches to burgers, wraps, toasties, tacos, nachos, and our signature coffee blend, crafted just for our cafe. Host your next event with us, all in a space that feels as good as it tastes. Find us at the Westville Village Market, 123 Jan Hofmeyer Road, lower ground level. Call us on 079-670-4093. The Village Co, where every bite feels like home.
Are you looking for a safe, secure, and well-maintained school for your little one? Well, look no further. Tiny Champs educators are committed to providing an exceptional learning environment to foster the holistic development of your little one. Tiny Champs offers small classes with big goals, providing each child individual attention. Aligned with CAP syllabus, madrasa, and extra activities such as indoor soccer, messy play, and much more for learners from grade RR until grade 3. Tiny Champs is based in Overport. WhatsApp us on 063 8898 Seats are limited. See you soon.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
ہزار جان گرامی فدا بنا مولا 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 حیدر مولا حیدر مولا شاہم فدا حیدری یا علی 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 شاہم فدا حیدری یا علی اے محمد میرا دل تو سینہ علی میرے سینے کا واحد کرینہ علی دین اسلام کا ہے نگینہ علی حق کی منزل کا پہلا ہے زینہ علی دست میں ابر کا پہلا قطرہ علی میرا مرشد بھی آقا بھی مولا علی علی مولا علی ہر سو صدا حیدری یا علی 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 اونچی ذات علی دیے کائنات علی دیے علی دیے اونچی ذات علی دیے کائنات علی دیے علی جتن کی سے دیوی علی جتن کی سے دیوی جاگیر بھی کام علی درگاہ زمانے تھے کوئی پیر بھی کام علی درگاہ زمانے تھے کوئی پیر بھی کام جو فدا मंसर फजाए जहर में सारा अली का है जिस समत देखता हूँ नजारा अली का है गुल का जमाल जुज़्ब के चेहरे से है आया घोड़े पे है हुसैन नजारा अली का है शाह फिदा है नहीं Ali, 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 वली के सारे तीर बैठे हैं कसम खुदा की सभी बाज़मीर बैठे हैं खिंची थी तेरा जब को जो खाना काबा में उसी
Is it one of those tracks for a Monday that just says to your heart and it says, wake up, wake up?
Absolutely, it does. And it makes you want to wake up. Like you're happy to wake up.
Exactly. Exactly. So Qari Shahid Mahmood, the Rao brothers, just getting you going on a Monday morning. Hafiz Shahid Mia, very happy to be listening to this morning. He says, tops, Ali Bhai, tops.
Absolutely.
Ali Basha. Salams from Nani in Peter Maritzburg. Roshni in Peter Maritzburg. Thank you for your messages. You know, I say to people all the time, the name of the station is Radio Al Ansar. But we have an exceptionally eclectic group of listeners,
Always.
especially here on the Breakfast Rush.
We saw that on Saturday as well.
Yes,
It
we
was
did.
lovely.
That fun run, we're going to talk about that fun run in a little while. Now, as I said, first message this morning, Roshni out in Peter Maritzburg. Roshni is not the area in Peter Maritzburg. It's auntie's name, no? Don't get it mixed up. Roshni is in Joburg.
Mhm.
Yeah. Thank you for your messages, Roshni. I do appreciate you. Always. Now, Fahim always sends us voice notes, and I get a little bit worried because I'm not sure now whether Fahim is recording his road rage and sending that to us. So there's only one way to find out.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Saturday was splendid because it brought back my childhood more than 35 years ago. Going into bush, cutting the bamboo, coming home, stealing a plastic, asking for cotton, but eventually managed to take my fishing rod and reel and the guts to go and fly the kite on Saturday.
Yeah.
It was great, guys.
Fahim. I think I saw him with his fishing rod and a kite on the end. And you know what?
Yeah.
I saw that and I said to myself, this is homemade. This is not bought at a flea market and all of that. It was gorgeous. Thank you very much, Brother Fahim, for being the first person to put a sky up into the...
Kite up into the sky.
You know what I mean, man. So he was
lovely.
the first one and it was lovely.
I said to you on the day, there's certain people that I never saw happier than when they were flying a kite.
Hold on. So my son decided... people are flying kites and he didn't get one. He was gone. He took his mom and his sister and he went and bought one. They took a walk up the little park there. They bought one, came back, put it together, and I'm standing there watching them.
Yeah.
And there's only one piece of wood that you got to put across and then tie the string on that little triangular thing in the front. And for whatever reason, the three of them, intellectual people, couldn't work it out.
I don't blame
They
them.
didn't work it
Because
they haven't done it, right? So I step in, put it together, and then like 5 minutes later, boom, this thing's in the air. And, they're flying a kite.
It was amazing.
Others were flying a kite. And then they needed to take another walk. And they couldn't walk with the kite. So it ended up with me. Now I'm supposed to be working, but I'm standing there flying a kite.
That kite went from hand
It
to
did.
hand to hand.
It did.
And it created smiles and
Everywhere.
cheer everywhere.
So here's the burning question, Hafiz Saab. The burning question. Did Nazmira Kasim fly away with the kite? No, she didn't. What she did do was, I think, when she says I did, I think it's more the emotions that were flying high.
No, I was saying I did actually fly the kite.
Fly the kite.
I was not very good at it. But then Zoha didn't give me a chance, and I don't mind. Zoha was like, let me try. And then I gave it to her, and she was so ecstatic. She was like in a different world. So I didn't have the heart to take it back.
So have you ever, and this is to you folks that are either watching or listening from wherever you are right now, have you ever seen somebody who is midway through pregnancy. Twins, looking like, Big Mama house.
If
But
you know,
anyway,
you
I'm
know.
not going to say it, right? So just, there's so much of happiness just on her face, just from standing there and holding the string and telling you guys, no, but you're supposed to do this and just give me a second, I'll show you. And I think we all just stepped aside for a minute and just looked at her because she looked just peaceful.
Absolutely. It was
Happy,
like
happy,
so
happy.
therapeutic.
Exactly.
Look, we know she's had a very, very hectic week.
Yeah.
And to see her and
Her
everybody
husband
else.
was standing near me and he's looking at his wife and he's like, another child.
This is the solution to all my problems. You just need a kite.
It was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. So, folks, if you were there on Saturday and you were flying a kite as well, thank you for doing that. A lot of people thought that it was part of like a competition kind of thing. And I'm like, no, it's not a competition. It's just have some fun with your family.
It's an
Put a kite in
education.
the
We
sky.
did say that prior.
Yeah.
It's about learning.
So Saturday was gorgeous, and while we're talking about Saturday, I just want to express my gratitude to the Rauf boys. So Lieutenant Colonel, let's give him his proper title, Lieutenant Colonel Inaid Rauf, his son Altaf Rauf, and his little son Adnan, who's not so little, that one, but Adnan Rauf, to the three of them for everything that they put together prior to, for Altaf's diligent and very, very hard work all the way through from day one as race director, getting involved in dealing with the municipality and basically doing the whole thing. And then Soup taking care of safety, security on the day. We had the ambulance that was going around the course with the runners, and then there were a few that had come through with scrapes and scratches and hurts and what have you. And then Soup was taking care of that with the first aid kit that was on site. So that was brilliant. And, from the team, we're just so grateful to you guys for everything that you did. And then everybody that attended, Donkey. She was a flyby kite. No, I'm not going to say what you said.
But we also have to say
Yeah.
a very big jazakallah and thank you to you, Mr. Sarawan,
What
for
did I do?
all of your efforts from day one. The
Oh,
question
no.
is what you didn't do.
Nothing. I did
You
nothing.
were involved and you were literally an all-round, as you always are. So jazakallah for giving us the platform to just make time for things that are the most important.
So these last 2 weeks have been an eye-opener, and thank you for saying that. But these last 2 weeks, literally eventing here at Al Ansar has been an eye-opener. Paresh out in Edenvale, he says, morning to everybody, super week to all in the district on Friday. Be afraid. You coming down to Durban, are you? Pull in, why not? More messages before we get to your headlining news. Aziza, salam wa alaikum to you, and Ameen to your dua. She's out in Peter Maritzburg.
And Sarah Bibi Mustafa says, Subhanallah, Nish and Naz, well done. Top, I think she means fun run.
Akhtar Hussein says, thank you for putting this together. Akhtar, thank you as well. Akhtar and his team just I don't know, they were printing bottle labels and what have you till late in the night and filling up and making sure everything was good for everybody. So thank you, Quench.
Salams, Nashal. It was good meeting you guys on Saturday and met Naz for the first time.
Hey, listen, if you guys got pictures with us, well, wait, we put it the way it's supposed to. If you got pictures with me, because Naz don't
There
take
you
pictures,
go.
right? Send it through. I'd love to have a copy of it. Send it through. I'd love to have a copy of that picture.
Brought to you courtesy of the Willowton Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
Verily, every soul shall taste death. A gentle reminder for all of us. The Al Ansar Outreach warmly invites you, dear sisters, to our annual Ghusl classes, a sacred journey guided by respected mu'allimas. Ladies only. Saturday, 25th October, 9:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Seats are limited, so don't delay. Register now. 031-208-1601.
Did you hear? Your favorite 24-hour dentist has moved? Crown Dental Studio, offering everything your smell needs, from general to cosmetic dentistry. Female practitioner now available upon request. Call us on 081 207 8621 to schedule your next appointment. Or visit our new studio at 26 McCuton Avenue, Durban North. Crown Dental Studio, your 24-hour dentist.
Join us for the grand opening of Durban India Shopping Festival, 27th September, with entertainment by Versatile and Vande Mataram Dance Academy. Get all your Diwali shopping done in one place for the whole family. Monday to Thursday, free entry. Friday to Sunday and public holidays, only 20 Rand per person. Don't miss the biggest shopping experience, the biggest fireworks display, and the biggest car giveaway, happening only at Old Durban Drive-In. Durban India Shopping Festival. We bring India to you.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
This is the Breakfast Rush. It's the intelligent choice.
Asma'ullahul Husna. There are 99 names of Allah. There are 99 names of Allah. Asma'ullahul Husna. They are mentioned in the Holy Quran. La ilaha illa ar-Rahman. La ilaha illa ar-Rahman. Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, Al-Malik, Al-Quddus, As-Salam, Al-Mu'min, Al-Muhaymin, Al-Aziz, Al-Jabbar, Al-Mutakabbir, Al-Khaliq, Al-Bari, Al-Musawwir, Al-Ghaffar, Al-Qahhar. There are 99 names of Allah. Asma'ullahul Husna. They are mentioned in the Holy Quran. La ilaha illa ar-Rahman. La ilaha illa ar-Rahman. الوهاب الرزاق العليم الفتاح السميع البصير اللطيف الخبير الغفور الحليم الشكور العظيم العلي الكبير الحفيظ الكريم. There are 99 names of Allah. Asma'ullah al-Husna. They are mentioned in the Holy Quran. La ilaha illa ar-Rahman. La ilaha illa ar-Rahman. المقيت الحسيب الرقيب الكريم الوافئ الحكيم الودود المجيب الوكيل الشهيد الحق المجيد القوي المتين الولي الحميد. There are 99 names of Allah. Asma'ullahul Husna. They are mentioned in the Holy Quran. La ilaha illa ar-Rahman. La ilaha illa ar-Rahman. الحي القيوم الواحد الزاهر الأحد الصمد الأول الأخير الباطن الولي المتعالي الجامع الغني النور الهادي. There are 99 names of Allah. Asma'ullahul Husna. They are mentioned in the Holy Quran. La ilaha illa ar-Rahman. La ilaha illa ar-Rahman. العفو الرؤوف الأكرم الشاكر البر التواب المقتدر القادر الرب البديع المبين القدير الكفيل الحافظ الملك النسير. There are 99 names of Allah. Asma'ullahul Husna. They are mentioned in the Holy Quran. La ilaha illa ar-Rahman. لا إله إلا هو الرحمن الخلاق المولى العلام الإله المحيط المنان الحفي المستعان القاهر الغافر الجليل الأعلى الفاتر الرفيع المحيي الغالب الكفي الوارث المميت الباعث البغي. There are 99 names of Allah, Asma'ullah al-Husna. They are mentioned in the Holy Quran. La ilaha illa ar-Rahman. La ilaha illa ar-Rahman. Asma'ullah al-Husna. There are 99 names of Allah.
The most blessed 99 names of Allah in the voice of Kamaluddin, Alhamdulillah, bringing us to 3 minutes before news. And in that 3 minutes, we want to take you to a place of khair, inshallah. So let's listen to Paradise by Mahir Zain.
I remember when I first met you, I felt that God answered my call. There was that one place I always thought about, and I just wanted to be there with you. The place that no eye has ever seen, the place that no heart has ever perceived. I had a great feeling inside of me that one day I'd be there with you. And now that we're here, feeling so good about all the things that we went through, knowing that God is pleased with us too. It's not a dream, this is so true. Feeling the peace all around, seeing things we can never imagine, hearing the sound of rivers flow, and we know we'll be here forever. The feeling is indescribable, knowing that this is our reward. Do you remember the hard times we went through, and those days we used to argue, but there was not one thing that could bring us down, 'cause we always had in our minds the place that no eye has ever seen, the place that no heart has ever perceived, the place we've been promised to live in forever. And best of all, it's just me and you. And now that we're here, feeling so good about all the things that we went through, knowing that God is pleased with us too. It's not a dream, this is so true. Feeling the peace all around, seeing things we can never imagine, hearing the sound of rivers flow, and we know we'll be here forever. The feeling is indescribable, knowing that this is our reward. I remember us praying at night and just dreaming about this together. I'm so blessed to have you in my life, and now we can enjoy blessings forever. Paradise is where we are now.
Small ray of sunshine to Blur Brothers Zafi. Thank you for the gifts this morning. Do appreciate it. Nashlan Ram Gopal watching. Fatima as well. Thank you very much for being there. It's 7 a.m. exactly. We got to get you your main news bulletin.
The Breakfast Rush Main News Bulletin.
Making news at 7, Transnet and the International Container Terminal Services have welcomed the KwaZulu-Natal division of the High Court judgment, dismissing Maersk APM Terminal's application to set aside the selection of an equity partner for the Durban Container Terminal Pier 2. Good morning, I'm Tabila Duma. Transnet and the International Container Terminal Services have welcomed the KwaZulu-Natal division of the High Court judgment, dismissing Maersk APM Terminal's application to set aside the selection of an equity partner for the Durban Container Terminal Pier 2. Judge Mahendra Chetty delivered the ruling. Judge Chetty dismissed the application and said that the parties should bear their own costs, including any costs reserved. In July 2023, Transnet chose a Filipino-based ICTSI as the preferred bidder for a 25-year joint venture with Transnet Port Terminals. This partnership aims to develop and upgrade the terminal, with due diligence confirming ICTSI's financial viability. Pier 2 is the largest single container terminal at Transnet and handles 72% of the Port of Durban's throughput and 46% of South Africa's container volumes, making it a critical gateway of trade. Transnet has said that it consistently affirmed the integrity of its rigorous procurement process for selecting the preferred bidder. The Durban University of Technology has rejected claims that there are internal disputes among council members. The university was responding to comments made by Parliamentary Portfolio Committee on Higher Education and Training in a recent media statement. The statement was released during the committee's oversight visit to DUT's Indumiso campus in Pietermaritzburg last week. The committee had expressed serious concerns over infighting among council members, warning that the internal disputes could undermine governance and negatively affect teaching and learning. In response, the DUT said there is currently no infighting amongst the DUT council members, adding that the committee statement was quoted out of context. The university stated that past tensions among council members had been resolved through internal corrective action. The committee also voiced a disappointment that one of the university's student residences remained underutilized despite millions of rand being spent on renovations. In more local news, a manhunt is underway for an alleged road rage incident claiming the life of an off-duty Durban police constable. Sibonelo Ngidi, part of the SAPS Crime Intelligence, was driving along Chestnut Crescent in Mariannhill at around 11 p.m. on Friday when he noticed his vehicle's path was being obstructed by another vehicle. The hatchback was parked near the engine garage on the same lane Ngidi was traveling on. The driver of that car was urinating near a tree. Constable Ngidi asked the man to move his car, but he brushed him off, saying that the police officer should just wait until he's done. A heated exchange allegedly followed, and the motorist approaching Ngidi pulled out a gun and opened fire. The attacker jumped back into his car and escaped, leaving the police member for dead in the driver's seat of his vehicle. Ngidi's companion in the passenger seat moved him and drove the critically injured victim to hospital. He was declared dead on arrival with gunshot wounds to his upper body. In national news, a tragic incident unfolded on a farm in Tabazimbi in Limpopo on Saturday when an 11-year-old boy accidentally shot and killed a farm worker. The boy's 33-year-old father has since been arrested on the charge of negligent handling of a firearm. Police spokesperson Colonel Malesela Letwaba said officers were alerted to the incident shortly after 5:45 a.m. Upon arrival at the scene, they found the victim, who is believed to have been in his 30s, lying on his side with a gunshot wound to his chest. Letwaba said emergency medical personnel declared him dead at the scene. Preliminary investigations revealed that the child had allegedly been shooting at guinea fowl on the property when he accidentally discharged the firearm, fatally striking the worker. And finally, torrential flooding has continued to sweep parts of central and southeastern Mexico, raising the death toll to at least 44 people in less than a week. The government said in a statement yesterday that heavy downpours are caused by 2 tropical storms have triggered landslides and flooding across 5 states. The statement said that floods have killed 18 people in Veracruz State, 16 in Hidalgo, 9 in Puebla, and 1 in Querétaro State. A state newspaper put the death toll even higher at 48 and reported that dozens remain missing. Taking a look at financial indicators, the rand to the US dollar is trading at 17 rands and 41 cents, to the euro at 20 rands and 21 cents, to the pound at 23 rands and 22 cents. The Saudi Riyal is at 4 rands and 64 cents. Gold is trading at $4,046.98 an ounce, while Brent crude oil is trading at $63.23 a barrel. That's it for now. I will be back with the headlines at 7:30. For Radio Al-Ansar News, I'm Tabila Duma.
Thank you very much, Tabila Duma. Coming up for 5 after 7 now. First-hand experience on the Global Samud Flotilla. Dr. Zahira Sumar, a member of the Global Samud Flotilla, joins us on the program in little more than 5 minutes from now. But right now, we got to get your traffic.
Breakfast rush traffic.
Superintendent Waquf, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much. We're receiving reports of a truck that's overturned near Ottoman Road, off the road, but possible looting might be taking place in that vicinity. So just be aware of that, please. Accident on Richmond Road near Bayer in Pinetown. Edenvale Mall, there's an accident in that vicinity. Smith Street and Cato Street. I believe the traffic lights are out there. Possible collision there as well. So just be aware of that. Traffic congested on the N3 between Ottoman Road and New England Road in both directions. So, the report is there's no looting taking place. There's enough police in that vicinity. N3, Durban bound before Marion Hill Toll Plaza. There's an accident with entrapments. Now, this is quite a nasty accident. So, there's delays in that vicinity. It's a report of a taxi overturn between Shangweni and Marion Hill Toll Plaza. So, this is going to cause a lot of problems on the NC, going to put a lot of pressure on the NC this morning coming into Durban, so there will be major delays. Now, if you haven't passed the Songweni ramp yet, I'm saying to you, take that ramp, go left, take the M13. That's going to be your alternate route to come into Durban or towards Pinetown. And then once you get past that accident scene, past the Toll Plaza, you can join the NC again. Traffic should then ease up. Obviously, you pass the accident scene. Remember, we spoke about the road being closed on the R61 going towards Umtata. There's protest action in that vicinity. The road is completely closed, so stay away from there. You're not going to be able to get through. Earlier accident on the N2 at Tonga Toll Plaza. The left-hand lane is still obstructed, so there's still delays in that vicinity. So please allow for extra traveling time. That's your second update.
Thank you very much, Superintendent Waquf. Much appreciated. You be safe, and we'll catch up with you in around about 20 minutes on the show.
Inshallah. Well, look at my photos and tell me where I am.
So talking about photos and where people are, there's a picture of the entire team sitting in front of our broadcast vehicle that Brother Abbas had sent through. And his question is, where is Naz in this pic? And my answer to that question is that he, or rather she, was behind the bus.
That's true. I wasn't in that.
I can answer that question.
Yeah. She was nowhere to be seen.
She was behind the ambo.
She was making sure the ambo is good. So this truck that's broken down, gone down the embankment on the N3, roundabout Ottoman Road area, we're not encouraging anybody to go and take pictures and what have you. It's not going to be a good idea. Please don't do it. These pictures that you sent through this morning looks like you're in a farm somewhere.
Stunning.
And he's gone. Just like that.
Absolutely
Anyway,
stunning.
9 after 7. When we come back, we have the pleasure of getting first-hand information and the company of Dr. Zahira Sumar here on your Breakfast Rush.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
The views and opinions expressed by the guest and presenters of Radio Al-Ansar are not necessarily the views and opinions of Radio Al-Ansar and the Al-Ansar Foundation.
For too many communities across Africa and the world, access to clean water remains a dream. At Africa Muslims Agency, we dig deep, reaching into the heart of the earth to fill the cups of those in need. Sponsor a water well for 16,500 Rand, or a borehole in Afghanistan for 55,000 Rand, or Africa for 65,000 Rand, or any amount. With water comes food, health, education, and growth. An ongoing reward with Africa Muslims Agency.
Get ready to elevate your fitness game at First Fitness in Durban's Berea. With a spacious free weight area, award-winning equipment, and exclusive ladies-only parking and training level, we've got everything you need to crush your goals. Hit the ground running on our outdoor track or unleash your inner warrior in our MMA and boxing dungeon. Plus, enjoy high security and ample parking. And don't forget to refuel at our halal coffee and health restaurant for the best in coffees, smoothies, and healthy eats. Join us today and redefine your fitness journey. First Fitness, dare to be extraordinary.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
It's 11 after 7 on this Monday morning, and this morning on the Breakfast Rush, we're turning our attention to a story that's been making headlines both locally and internationally. A group of South African activists who were part of the Global Summit flotilla have returned home, and they've shared harrowing accounts of humiliation and mistreatment in the hands of Israeli soldiers after their mission to deliver humanitarian aid into Gaza was intercepted. Among those on board was Dr. Zahira Sumar, a humanitarian, an academic, and activist who has long been involved in social justice work and advocacy for Palestinian rights. This morning, Dr. Sumar joins us to share more about the flotilla's mission, the encounter with Israeli forces, and what this experience reveals about the broader humanitarian crisis in Gaza. Doctor, good morning. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the Breakfast Rush on Radio Al Ansar.
Wa alaikum salam. Jazakallah for having me.
It is a pleasure to have you on the program. Doctor, for those who might not be familiar, how did you personally become involved in the Global Summit flotilla, and what motivated you to be part of it?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Like you said earlier, I've been part of the Palestinian movement for over a decade. I've been, in South Africa, in Canada, doing a lot of work, both from a humanitarian perspective, from an advocacy perspective, a boycott perspective, and also just a lot of government lobbying. I was planning and meant to join the flotilla that was leaving Turkey last year, which obviously didn't leave. And this year, when I was contacted and asked, would you like to join the Global Summit flotilla this year? Obviously, my answer was yes. There wasn't even a single doubt in my mind. For me, I mean, it was a personal choice, even though there was a risk associated. The thing is, we're at this point where literally it's been over 2 years of this genocide. We've seen a man-made famine and starvation. Even the United Nations has classified it as a genocide and a man-made famine. And nothing that we are doing, while it's having some positive impact, nothing that we're doing is actually being able to stop the genocide and being able to stop the man-made famine. And I mean, we've seen as South Africans, we've taken the Zionist entity to the ICJ, and even with their ruling of humanitarian aid and establishing a corridor, they are not abiding by it. So unfortunately, our governments are failing, and us citizens are trying to do something insane, and it is insane, but that's the resort that we're having to kind of come to.
Doctor, I think one of the frequently asked questions was, how was the experience on board the flotilla, being in the same space with people with the same goal and the same purpose?
It's a lot of mixed feelings. I mean, there's a lot of positive and there's a lot of negative, right? The positive side of it is you were all with like-minded people, or let me say like-valued people, right? We all have the same values. We all have the same principles. We all here for the same purpose and the same mission. And that's beautiful. Honestly, there's nothing more beautiful than that. It's to be surrounded by what I consider my people or your people. It's a beautiful thing, right? But it has its challenges. It has its challenges, right? We are all different people. I mean, imagine being put in a room, a very small room for 3 weeks, and you can't go anywhere. You all have different boundaries, different likes, different ways of doing things. It isn't easy. They say you really get to know somebody when you travel with them, or when you, when you travel with them. So it really isn't easy. You're stuck on a boat, a very small boat with other individuals, and you all have different norms and standards. Now, it's a beautiful thing to be there with people, but it isn't easy. I mean, there's no privacy, there's no boundaries. You all live differently. Even the term cleanliness means different things to different people, right? Most of our boats had broken toilets. The boats were not luxury. They were not of high caliber standards. Our engines were breaking down all the time. We as the people had to be fixing things. I mean, I learned to sail, I learned to anchor, I learned navionics. I was doing duties on the boat. So it is a beautiful thing, but it is a very hard thing as well. And personally, I have a fear of water. I mean, I climb mountains, but I have a fear of water. And so being on the ocean with this potential fear of drowning or being attacked in the middle of the night, like that wasn't an easy thing to deal with. So lots of mixed feelings, both good and both kind of challenging in the same way.
Indeed. You mentioned the fear of being attacked at night. Can you take us through what happened during the voyage? At what point did Israeli forces intercept your flotilla? And how did the situation unfold and escalate?
Yeah. I mean, we always knew that there was going to be a high potential for interception. We also knew that there was going to be a high likelihood of drone attacks. Our drone attacks started pretty early on, which we didn't kind of foresee. I mean, we were attacked still in territorial waters, which is, an attack on sovereign state. And that's something that we did not predict or did not see and still do not understand why and how that was able to take place. And so we started dealing with drone attacks and the possibility of drone attacks very early on in our journey, and just being on night watch, every single night, not being able to sleep, but taking turns, and even just learning each drone. What do they look like? What do they carry? What are the possibilities of the risk? Being able to identify them in the darkness, being able to recognize it and then having protocol for it and being able to act on that protocol. I mean, that started pretty early on. And then in terms of interception, we knew that interception was very highly likely from 150 nautical miles. So we started planning for that. In fact, we thought we would get intercepted much earlier than when we actually got intercepted. We thought we'd get intercepted on the Tuesday night, but we actually got intercepted on the Wednesday night and Thursday morning. So, for many of us, interception was unique for each boat because each boat was unique in its structure and its composition and number of people and where it was on the water. But generally, interception looked as follows. It was, the Zionist entity coming with their Navy ship or their Zodiacs, basically announcing that they're going to board your boat, then boarding the boat, taking over the boat, taking control, cable tying every single member, and then putting them or congregating them in a specific area on that boat for multiple hours until they kind of drive the boat to Ashdod port. That's generally what interception looked like across the board, but there's some unique aspects to each boat because there's differences for each boat.
Absolutely. Doc, you have described the experience as absolutely humiliating. Could you perhaps elaborate on the kind of treatment you received whilst in Israeli custody?
Yeah, I mean, look, different people receive different treatment. Fortunately, I was not beaten and tortured. But I mean, and it's funny to say that, for me to say, fortunately, I was not beaten and tortured. But that's the type of entity that we were dealing with, that we were almost expecting to be beaten and tortured, right? Some people were. And people that were there on the flotilla for the second time were kind of beaten and tortured. People that took action or were provoked were beaten and tortured. For most of us, we were humiliated. There was psychological warfare. There was a lot of threats. There was a lot of kind of in our face kind of fear being established. So, at the port, my hijab was taken off 4 times off my head against my will. I was told to take my hijab off. I refused, and I had IOF soldiers, male soldiers, pulling it off my head. I was stripped naked 3 times during the course of that deportation or during the course of the detention at the port. Again, I'm against my will. I'm not sure why. 3 different times. And then once we got to prison, I had to be stripped naked again along with everybody else. I mean, it's humiliating and there's no reason for it and you don't really have a choice. This is against your human rights. And when you tell them, this is against my human rights, they really don't care. They really don't. They really don't care about one's rights, right? I mean, one of the things I said to them was, I want a lawyer, and I have access to a lawyer, and I want to speak to my lawyer, which majority of the people did do. But as South Africans, we were not allowed to speak to a lawyer. We were told straight out, you do not have access to a lawyer. You do not have access to the forms. You do not have access to your rights. We were just outrightly told that. So, as someone who knows I have rights according to international law, those rights were just told to me by the Zionist entity that, I'm sorry, you just don't have them. We are not going to give them to you.
Doctor, do you feel that you were treated differently purely because you're South African and what South Africa's been doing to fight against this regime?
Yes. I mean, there were many, many other Muslim women from Malaysia, from Turkey, from other countries, Algeria. They were not given the same treatment as us. Now, obviously, the Zionist entity is not going to acknowledge or accept or say that they've treated us differently because we're South Africans. But South Africans, all 6 of us, our hijab, the women, their hijab were taken off. We were stripped naked. Our bodies were mocked. We were refused a lawyer. We did not get a form. And also in the prison, we were denied consular visits for 3 days, and our consular came. I had the South African consular and I had the Canadian embassy come and see me, and I was just denied. The Israelis denied to let me see them. So, and we knew that others were seeing their consulars. So obviously, while they will not admit it, it was clear as daylight that South Africans were being treated differently, even to the point that we were one of the last to be let go, and we were kept for the longest.
Having witnessed this firsthand, what do you think this incident says about the humanitarian situation in Gaza and the restrictions on aid?
For the past 2 years, you watch no humanitarian aid or very little get in, and you see Israel's excuses about why the trucks are being blocked, and that they're doing their best to let aid in. After being in their presence and being told straight out, you do not have human rights, you do not have access, you will not get this. My view is that they just simply do not care about the law. They do not care about international law. They do not care about Palestinian rights. They do not care about what took place at the ICJ. They do not care about the outcome. They simply aren't interested in following any law or giving anybody any human rights. It's as clear as daylight. They will do what they want to do, when they want to do it, how they want to do it. And they really don't care about the repercussions or the law or what they're breaking or who they're breaking it with. It's very clear, having spent some time in the prison and having been stripped of my own rights, a person who is innocent and has not done anything and did not enter the Zionist entity illegally. I was kidnapped and taken hostage. I was in international water. It did not do anything illegal. And so for them to treat me this way, subhanAllah, I can only imagine how horrific the Palestinians' ordeal must be in that prison and in Gaza.
Doctor, as a final question to close off today, what's next for you?
I mean, this movement, a lot of people, and I was saying this yesterday to a few people in Durban as I was talking to them, that this movement isn't a 6-week thing that we did or what was supposed to be a 3-week thing. This is a life choice. Many of us who are on the flotilla, this is just a life choice. We fight for justice and peace and equality, not just for Palestinians, but for Sudanese, for Congolese, for whoever's undergoing oppression. This is a life choice for many of us. This is what we do on a day-to-day basis. It's not a once-off thing. So my journey on this movement of freedom and equality and justice, it continues. This is my life. I've been doing this for many years, not just for Palestinian cause, but for others, including, in our own country, in South Africa. I hope and I pray that we will not need another flotilla. I mean, there was an inkling of hope when the ceasefire deal came through. I'm now very skeptical. They have not honored it. Last night, subhanAllah, we saw Salih was murdered, shot 7 times. This is a journalist that we've all followed for 2 years and have grown to love him. And after a ceasefire deal was announced, he was shot and killed. And so, I was a couple of days hopeful, saying that maybe we won't need another flotilla next year. Maybe we won't need more marches to Gaza next year. Maybe we won't have to take these insane choices anymore. Maybe our governments will come to our rescue, do something now that we've seen the people of the power and the rise up. But I'm a bit skeptical. I still have hope, but if it comes to it, next year we will be on that sea again in our thousands, sailing to Gaza yet again, and we will not stop, and we will not stop marching, and we will not stop doing these insane things and taking things into our own hand until the genocide has stopped, until the siege is broken, and until we see a movement towards a free and liberated Palestine and a right of return. This will not stop. We will come back bigger, and we will come back stronger, and we will not stop. And they don't scare us. Honestly, I'll tell you that, as brutal as they are, they don't scare us.
Doctor, I want to thank you for your time this morning. I want to thank you for bringing this information to our listeners and just shedding a little bit of light on questions that the general public have, and just to let everybody know what happened, how it happened, what happened to the members of the flotilla, most especially you and the other South Africans as well. We're glad to have you home back safe and sound, and inshallah.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, and thank you for all the du'as, honestly. I think the du'as are what brought us home safely, so we appreciate that from everyone.
Dr. Zahira Sumar, take care. Have a blessed day.
Thank you.
Assalamu
alaikum.
That was Dr. Zahira Sumar, a humanitarian, academic, and activist who has long been involved in social justice work and advocacy for Palestinian rights, on the show this morning, just giving us a brief idea, just literally scratching the surface, if you will, because Naz, I know you were there yesterday when she'd spoken, and the story did go substantially deeper.
Absolutely, it did. I was in awe during the entire event last night. It was also aired on Radio Al Ansar, and there was one part, Nishal, where she broke down.
Yeah.
And that was not because of her or because of anyone on the flotilla, but it was because she said whilst they were being captured by the Israeli regime, there were children and people in Palestine on the shores waiting for them. And that was the only thing that broke them most. Not them, but those people.
Indeed. It's almost 7:30. Got to get you your headlines in a bit.
The views and opinions expressed by the guest and presenters of Radio Al Ansar are not necessarily the views and opinions of Radio Al Ansar and the Al Ansar Foundation.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is Sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
At Richfield, we don't just teach, we equip you with practical skills to create your own path. Study IT, business or public management with degrees, diplomas and higher certificates, plus our flagship MBA. Choose to study online or at our premium Mshlanga or Musgrave campuses. With programs built alongside industry leaders, you'll gain the confidence you need. Applications are now open for 2026. Visit richfield.ac.za or pop into one of our KZN campuses for more information.
Durban Halal Meats, the butcher with a twist. Whether you're firing up the braai or stocking up for your business, we've got you covered. From premium lamb, beef and chicken to custom cuts and bulk orders, all 100% halal certified by Sanha. Enjoy our convenient buy and braai service, fast delivery and easy online ordering at durbanhalalmeats.co.za. Visit us at 84 Felix Dlamini Road. Durban Halal Meats. Quality, affordability, trust, meat made better.
J.Unajmshade brings you Spring Sale with flat 30% and flat 50% off on all items. Avail the most exciting offers from 9th October to 19th October 2025. Visit our store at 222 Felix Dlamini Road, Overport, or shop online at za.unajmshade.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Durban, are you ready to fire it up? Nando's Saxony Westwood and Nando's Westfield Mall just got cheesier than ever. Bite into the brand new Grande Cheeseburger, creamy mac and cheese, or our cheesy risotto. malls. When the squad's hungry, our flame grilled platters start from only 365 Rand. All the flavor, all NIHT approved. Mashallah. So visit Nando's at Saxony, Westwood and Westville Mall. Nando's, original home of the legendary flame grilled peri-peri chicken.
It's Checkstar's 11th birthday, and you could be driving away in style. Spend just 350 Rand or more and stand a chance to win one of 3 brand new Haval Jolion Pro SUVs. Don't miss your chance. Shop now, save big, and you could be our lucky winner. Grab our birthday deals exclusively at Checkstar Overport Sparks Road, Mount Edgecombe and Durban CBD. T's and C's apply. Checkstar really cares.
Vodacom Shop. For smartphones, laptops, routers, asset insurance, gaming, IoT, payment platforms, and the latest gadgets to always keeping you in the forefront of innovation and technology. Home and business internet to ensure that you have the best connection. Plug and play home internet to fully installed fiber. Our infrastructure provides a resilient platform for your critical business applications, which will help your business perform best. Vodacom Shop at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Westwood Mall, The Bluff, The Workshop Durban, Umlazi Mega City, Bridge City Kwamashu, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Sandton 2.0.
Hey youth of today, it's time to keep it real. Real talk, real issues, real youth. From mental health and peer pressure to faith, identity, and the power of social media. No topic is off limits. Join Smear Khan every Wednesday evening from 6 to 7 p.m. on Radio Lansar for real talk where your voice matters. It's your space, your story, your platform. Real talk, real issues, real youth. Only on Radio Lansar.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
The Breakfast Rush News Headlines.
Making news at the bottom of the hour as calls continue to mount for South Africa to take a much bolder stance against the human rights violations in Palestine. A group of Christians took their fight against the Israeli government to the streets of Soweto yesterday. The ANC in KwaZulu-Natal said the police ministry will have to go to the Madlanga Commission on behalf of the late Ambassador Natim Tetwa to respond to allegations that he interfered in the work of the police. And finally, Israeli forces raided the homes of Palestinian prisoners ahead of their release under the deal to end the war in the Gaza Strip. That's it for now. For Radio Lansar News, I'm Tabile Duma.
Thank you very much, Tabile Duma. Last look at traffic for this morning.
Breakfast rush traffic.
Superintendent Rauf, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back for the last update.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much. The entry is a little bit chaotic this morning between New Ottoman Road and between New England Road and Ottoman Road, in the vicinity of the Doozy River. Now, the heavy motor vehicle went down the embankment. Lots of traffic, lots of people as well. Now, this backlog might cause secondary accidents, so please, I'm appealing to you, if you are driving there, just approach with caution in that vicinity. Corner of Smith Street and Cater Street, the accident is still there. They're sorting it out. Truck lost load of glass. Now, this is on the M7 westbound, about a kilometer before the N3. Now, I'm looking at pictures coming through. Chaos. Because 3/4 of the road is closed. How can you get past this here? I don't know. I'm not sure, but traffic will move slowly past this scene. M7 is backing up considerably at the moment, so major delays. Bus broken down on Ottoman Road before Albany Bakery, so please approach with caution. I'm looking at another accident scene now that's coming through. There's an accident before the N3. Okay, that's the same one involving the truck. Now, the big one for the morning is the accident on the N3 coming to Durban, just before Marion Hill Toll Plaza. This was a Scholar Transport taxi. It's overturned. Lots of children that are injured, so please give the emergency vehicles a way to get there. This freeway will be closed very shortly, so traffic will be backing up considerably on the N3. If you haven't passed the turn-off towards the Shongweni area, I'm appealing to you or suggesting to you take that off-ramp and then use the M30 to get past the accident scene. That's your final update.
Thank you very much, Soup. Getting information now. Toll gates through to Overport, multiple robots not working. The intersections are quite chaotic.
That's load shedding.
We back in load shedding? I didn't get that memo. Nas, did you get that memo?
Not at all. I was told that there'll be nothing until next year, Feb.
Thank you, Shoop.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam. I think he was
salam.
joking about the whole load shedding thing, but yeah, lights
think
out, toll gates,
so.
bridge, robots not working. N3 chaos coming in. That's a message from Shazia Abdullah as well, talking about the same area. Thank you guys for keeping it on the roads for us. We'll talk about everything else and go through more of your WhatsApp messages in a little bit on the show. But before we do all of that,
The Breakfast Rush Sport Update with Buddy Governor.
Buddy Governor, Assalamu alaikum, welcome.
Walaikum salam. Good Monday morning to you guys.
How are you doing this morning, buddy?
Yeah, not too bad. Thank you. Not too bad.
That's-
I hear the captain say load shedding. I was like, oh, is it? When?
Yeah, exactly. We kind of feel that way. Saturday got home and Friday got home and lights out. Friday dinner by candlelight was proudly sponsored by.
That must be romantic.
That's for all of us, yeah. The whole area. Anyway, what's happening? Your Monday morning reports.
Yeah, lots of sports on the go. Tennis, the Wuhan Open. Coco Gauff, the number 3 seed, won her third WTA 1000 title, and 11th of her career after beating Jessica Pegula 6-4, 7-5. Shanghai Masters, Valentin Vetero, he came from a set down to beat Arthur Rinderknech 4-6, 6-3, 6-3 to win his maiden ATP 1000 title. Netball, Australia completed a series clean sweep over South Africa after a 65-42 victory in the third and final test out in Adelaide. Ultimate Fighting Championship, Charles Oliveira defeated Mateus Gamro by submission in the second round of a lightweight fight out in Rio de Janeiro. The Swimming World Cup, Chris Smith won South Africa's first gold medal, finishing ahead of Casper Cabot in the men's 50-meter breaststroke final. The cricket, Imam ul Haq scored 93 as Pakistan reached 315 for 5 in their first innings at stumps on day one of the first test against South Africa in Lahore. Day 2 is on at the moment, and we'll pick that up probably later on. John Campbell was unbeaten on 87 as the West Indies ended day 3 on 173 for 2 in their second innings, trailing India by 97 runs out in Delhi. Today we see the South African women taking on the Bangladesh women. It's 11:30 a.m. kickoff, and it's a Women's World Cup game. And finally, a huge big up to you, Michelle, and your team on another successful family fun run on Saturday. Excellent feedback and reviews that are coming in. Obviously, all down to you guys' hard work. Well done there.
There were quite a few people that said to us the tips that Buddy had given over the last couple of weeks have helped. So I'm going to give you a slice of that pie as well, Buddy. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Well done, guys. Leave it there for this Monday.
Thank you, Buddy Governor. We'll catch up with you Wednesday morning, inshallah.
Inshallah. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum to you and Nazmir and the team.
Wa alaikum salam.
Nabila sends a message. She says, Nish, I hope you was as excited to meet my Aunt Rashida. I was really. And of course, to see you again as well. And Nabila, thank you for coming through and thank you for being there on the day. Faisal Najib jammed me. Like he caught me. He caught me.
At least somebody had the opportunity.
He caught me and he decided, hey, we're going to take some pictures. So I've got pictures with Faisal, and then Faisal went and got himself a picture with, I have no idea what the name of this bear is, this mascot, right, for Cellular City Group that was there. We were calling him Pooh Bear. But then
He looks like Pooh.
He looks like, no, he doesn't look like Pooh.
Like the teddy bear.
Kids, no.
You know, we need like that one.
Changed his name to Shiraz. No, Siraj. We changed his name to Siraj on the day. Anyway, that was very interesting. Faisal, thank you for sending through the picture. I really do appreciate you doing that. There's so many messages, of people just saying thank you, people saying that they had a great day. I know Naj and Soha really enjoyed themselves quite literally flying a kite.
It was amazing. Like,
Yeah.
actually wanting to go and buy another one.
Yeah.
It's just that I'll have to bring it here first so you
No, but
can
here's
set
the
it
thing.
up.
When they brought that kite out, it only had one stick in it as well, just like your one. That you were saying there's only one stick.
Yeah. But still, that one's had more other parts than my one had. I need to go where Ishan went to buy his.
He literally took a walk. So Zafi was there with his wife, right? Zafrullah was there with his wife. He's watching on TikTok now. One bad boy 786. He had thoroughly enjoyed his time with his wife.
Oh, alhamdulillah.
And with everybody on the course and just walking around. And he had so many good things to say. Zafrullah, thank you very much, my brother, for your very kind and very encouraging words as well. It was brilliant. It was where he says he's looking forward to the next one. We're looking forward to you doing
Inshallah,
that.
absolutely. Ashraf says, Salaamu alaikum to the Al Ansar and TBR team. Congratulations on a second successful TBR fun run and walk. Well done.
Do appreciate,
wow.
do
In
appreciate you sending
action,
this out there. So yeah, folks, I love it. I love it that you're sending us those pictures that you had taken out on Saturday, because it gives us an opportunity to see the event from your point of view. That's what it does. It lets us see this event from your point of view.
He's got 2 water bottles on his head.
Do you know what? One of the people that I absolutely enjoyed seeing on Saturday was Brother MH Osman.
Yes.
And the reason I enjoyed seeing that is because I know MH's health has not been the best over the last 12 months. And it was so good to see MH Osman out there. And he sends a message now saying to Nishal and the rest of the Al Ansar crew, to the team from Vodacom, well done. I enjoyed it. Also enjoyed Baji for breakfast.
Ah, lovely.
MH comes to me. He says, I got a roti for you. And there's Baji on the inside. And I'm like, dude, you don't know me.
You gave it to the wrong person.
If you're doing what you're doing right now, you never met me. I do enjoy a bhaji and roti.
Okay.
I do. But there's a certain set of like pickles and what have you that's got to go with it. And not for breakfast.
He doesn't know what he must image. He really doesn't know.
I said it to my wife and she started laughing. She's like, that guy met you for the first time. I was like, no, he's met me before. But anyway, not for breakfast. It is our top chow.
Best breakfast.
It is.
Best.
I don't know about breakfast, but it is a really good chow. I remember my gran making that all the time. Anyway,
do you know how long it takes to clean that and to wash it 100 times?
I have no idea.
It's a process, I tell you.
But now I know why I don't do it. Apparently, it's a process.
It is.
Yeah. So, Hasina says, Salamu alaikum, TBR, as always, awesome show, and well done for a phenomenal fun run at Blue Lagoon. May the TBR show conquer many more, inshallah. Ameen. Abdullah went and put mince in the bhaji.
Bhaji and mince.
He put mince in
You know when you start a conversation about food, it's just going to escalate.
But why?
Because
why are you wasting the mince?
Ah, Nishal, stop it.
You're wasting the mince.
So Rashida says, so Raouf with the naan katai container.
The man was walking around with a whole container full of naan katai.
That's a story that was.
Somebody's nanny brought it and came and gave him a whole container full of naan katai. It was crazy.
So this auntie was in her 70s and she woke up really early that morning
and she made it
to prepare the naan katais. And I can tell you that it was the best naan katai I have eaten. And I had the first one. It was lovely. It was absolutely amazing. A whole barrel. I don't know if we're going to see the rest of it.
No, we didn't. That naan katai history. I promise you. Methi mince, Hafiz. Yes, that's what it's called. Methi mince. Abdullah wedding. Really?
Yeah. So methi and mince is a big thing at weddings.
At weddings?
Yeah.
I've never emceed that wedding.
It's one of the many
I've emceed
dishes.
hundreds, if not thousands, of weddings and nikahs and what have you, and walimas and receptions.
You haven't had the methi and mince?
I've never seen it. Unless it gets finished before it gets to me.
Possibly.
So, I don't know. Mondel's trying to say something. If I need to learn sign language. I do. We've got Dr. Rakesh Mohanlal as promised after this.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil Pure Sunflower Cooking Oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
This is the breakfast rush. It's the intelligent choice.
Every day, thousands go to bed hungry, but you can change that. With just 10 Rand, you can provide a loaf of bread. This bread is more than just a donation, it is a lifeline for so many families in need. Be part of the Al Ansar Outreach Slice of Life drive today. Call Outreach on 031-208-1601 and make a difference one loaf at a time.
It's official. Checkers Foods Kawi Park is our first food store with a halal butchery, bakery and deli certified by NIHT, the National Independent Halal Trust. This will ensure high standards and ethical practices across our butchery, bakery and deli from farm to table. So visit Checkers Foods Kawi Park for an exceptional shopping experience that keeps getting better and better.
Travel the world with Shore Mithas Travel. From Umrah to exclusive getaways in Turkey, Dubai and Mauritius, and adventures to destinations far and wide. We'll craft the perfect trip just for you. Enjoy great value, exceptional service, peace of mind when you book with us. Visit our head office in Overport, our branch in Melbourne Park Shopping Centre, or our branch in Rylands Estate, Cape Town. Call Shore Mithas Travel today on 031 207 6987 because every great memory begins with us.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I'm Zainab.
And I'm Humaira, and we are both from London.
We only listen to the Breakfast Rush on Radio Al Ansar.
TBR, it is now 12 minutes to 8. It's always a pleasure to welcome back Dr. Rakesh Mohanlal to the Breakfast Rush. He's known for bringing us the latest in non-invasive heart and health technologies. And today we're talking about the importance of getting a second opinion and 2 tools that are changing how we as patients and medical professionals understand the body. He is no stranger to the program. Again, talking about the value of a second opinion, new tools for heart and health assessment, the non-invasive heart and health technologies expert. He is the specialist, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, Dr. Rakesh Mohanlal. Good morning, Doc. Welcome back to the Breakfast Rush.
Thank you, Nishal. It's always wonderful to be here on your show.
Such a pleasure to speak to you. Welcome back on Radio Al Ansar. Today we're talking about second opinions and 2 fascinating technologies. Can you start by explaining what these are and how they work?
Well, firstly, let me greet the most important people in the show, the listeners. Good morning to all of you. Well, the two technologies that we spoke about was the biofeedback test.
No, I'm putting it off. I'm putting his microphone off. I'm kidding, John. I'm kidding. So yeah, we're talking about the biofeedback full body test and of course the 3DVG scan. Tell us more about it.
Well, the biofeedback test is a non-invasive full body assessment that measures over 250 physiological parameters from diseases, parasites, bacteria, organ function to circulation and inflammation in the body. It gives the patient and the medical professionals a quick overview of how the body is functioning in real time. The 3DVG, or three-dimensional vasculography, on the other hand, is the most advanced cardiovascular test in the world that analyzes blood flow, elasticity, and electrical activity in the heart. This test can measure fluid retention in the lungs, air retention in the lungs, as well as your risk of heart attack or stroke, which is very important and crucial information today. It provides the doctor and the patient with 23 pages of results of the coronary artery function, as well as the heart performance, without the need for invasive procedures to get these results and information.
Doc, why do you believe getting a second opinion is so important in healthcare today?
Well, ma'am, everything is based on information, and medicine is evolving very rapidly. A second opinion isn't about doubting your doctor. It's about getting more information so you as a patient and your doctors can make informed choices on the route of treatment that's required. Sometimes we confirm what's already been diagnosed, and sometimes, or most of the times, we pick up diseases that could not be visible to the naked eye. Many patients come to us after a barrage of tests or angiography, for example, to confirm their diagnosis and to explore non-invasive treatment options first before subjecting themselves to irreversible surgery. We always work with doctors and not against them. In fact, many doctors now refer patients to us and even come for their own assessments at our center. This is because they've realized that these technologies complement conventional medical tests. It's all about helping patients to make informed decisions together with the medical professional.
Absolutely. Now, some people might think new technologies like these, compete with doctors. What's your opinion?
Well, that's a part of our philosophy, Nishal. We never replace medical care. We enhance it. These tests actually support your doctors by giving them more information. Remember, the more information you have, the easier it is to treat a patient. For example, if one had to undergo the three-dimensional vasculography test, it will provide insight into microvessel dysfunction of the heart. And these changes may not appear in an angiogram. That is how come patients undergo stents and bypass surgery and they are still sick. Whereas these tests can pick up things that those conventional tests cannot. It will also assess whether your stent that has been inserted into a patient's heart is working or not, or whether the bypass graft is working or not. Remember, size of an artery does not equate to blood flow in the artery. So it doesn't necessarily mean that a stent has been put in or a bypass graft has been attached to the heart, that the blood flow is sufficient to the distal end of the heart. This information can be used by your cardiologist or by surgeons or by your physician to treat you so that it prevents you from suffering further after these procedures. And it also prevents patients from going into heart failure, which is a very common thing today that we seem to be treating in many patients. The biofeedback test, on the other hand, helps patients to understand how their lifestyle, stress, and nutrition is affecting their body and systems. So you and your doctor can personalize your healthcare routine more effectively.
Can you share any success stories or examples where a second opinion made a big difference?
Well, absolutely. We've treated hundreds of patients, or we've scanned hundreds of patients using a three-dimensional vasculography scan, which revealed good collateral circulation in the heart. This is the natural bypass system of the heart. And these could identify areas that could not be identified with normal tests. And these patients could look at other treatment options to further enhance the blood flow to the heart after bypass has been done and they were still symptomatic. We've done patients where they were supposed to go for bypass surgery and they didn't need to. On the same token, we have seen patients where we scan them and we did recommend surgery because they are good candidates for surgery. So it's a matter of looking at the best treatment option for you as the patient. Our results of our tests support doctors to avoid surgery in some cases and to send them for surgery in some cases to look at the best possible results and improve the prognosis significantly. Remember, it's all about teamwork. When doctors, nurses, technologists, and patients collaborate, the outcomes improve dramatically.
Absolutely. Doc, you mentioned that other doctors are now referring patients or even coming in for their own tests. How do you see that trend developing?
Well, the truth is, Nishal, this is very encouraging. Remember, you used to go with hesitation. As with any new technology, it often challenges the old system. You will see hesitation. But now many medical professionals have realized that these tests help them make better clinical decisions. We are seeing cardiologists, cardiac surgeons, general practitioners, and general surgeons using the tools and the results of these tools to monitor their own health as well as those of their patients, which speaks volumes of the credibility of these technologies. It's now accepted on the international level. I'm an international educator on these technologies, and we've treated or trained doctors from all over the world with three-dimensional vasculography especially. This is the primary reason why we have not been on Alan Sar's show for a while now, unfortunately, because of the high volumes of patients that we've been referred to by doctors and especially by our current patients. But Nishal, we cannot forget our listeners at Alan Sar, so we've decided to come back on the show because you have always supported us.
Absolutely. Doc, tell us, how do you see the future of diagnostics and second opinions evolving in South Africa?
Well, we are entering an era of preventative and personalized healthcare. Instead of waiting for diseases to appear, we can detect early changes and guide patients towards a natural, safe, and evidence-based interventions to get the best possible results. Remember, biofeedback and three-dimensional vasculography represent the future of healthcare, non-invasive healthcare, which is affordable and patient-centered.
I'm looking at everything that, Doc, you mentioned coming back to this show all the time. I'm just going back in my mind and thinking over these last couple of years that we've had the pleasure of speaking with you from the Heart and Healthcare Center. The center itself has developed. We at the radio station have received so many reviews from our listeners talking about visiting the Heart and Healthcare Center, and messages from listeners saying we've become patients. We're there fairly regularly. What is your message to listeners who might want to get a second opinion and learn more about these tests?
Like you were saying, Nishal, a lot of your listeners have come to the center, and we really appreciate the support, and we're glad that we played some part in their life to improve their quality of health. My message is simple. Don't be afraid to understand your body better. A second opinion as a patient is your right. It's about empowerment and not to doubt. We welcome collaboration with healthcare professionals because at the end of the day, our goal is common: to save lives and improve your quality of life as a patient.
Indeed.
Remember, your health is your health is your greatest wealth, like we're always saying on the show, Nishal. Your health is your greatest wealth. Taking the time for a second opinion could be the best investment for your well-being. We are here to support every step of the way. So get your full body assessment done in one appointment without the need to see many specialists. Mm-hmm. We will check every organ of your body, literally from head to toe, and check for illnesses and see how those illnesses affect other parts of the body. That, there's something that's important that patients need to realize, that the end symptom that they're feeling doesn't mean that the cause is originating in that organ. So if you have to feel pain on your leg, for example, that doesn't mean that's the cause of your pain. You'll find that after the test, we find another part of your body is actually contributing to the pain that you're experiencing in your leg, for example. And it's important to do everything in one test so we can coordinate the results between each organ in your body. No organs in your body functions independently. And by seeing independent specialists, you are looking at one part of the body independently, not associated with other parts. And this is where we are failing in the system. But as you said, we are working together with all the medical professionals now. We're getting fantastic results. And thank you again to all the LSR listeners and to all who have supported us over the years, and to you and your team at the Radio LSR, Nisha. And thank you. It's wonderful being in the show always.
It's always such a pleasure having you with all of this valuable knowledge and information that you bring to our listeners, Doc. Thank you very much. Now, if somebody is intrigued and they're like, okay, I need to telephone the doc and make an appointment, how can they do that?
Well, we're located in Broadway, Durban North. Our listeners can contact us on 031 563 0419. 031 563 0419. If they want to go to our website, one of our websites is called counterpulsation.co.za. That's www.counterpulsation.co.za. And you can see what our patients have to say.
Absolutely. Dr. Rakesh Mohanlal, thank you, sir. Thank you for your time, and thank you for bringing this valuable, potentially life-saving information to our listeners. We do appreciate you.
Thank you so much to you and your listeners as well, once again. Take care. God bless. All the best.
All the best. Have a wonderful day. Looking forward to it. That was Dr. Rakesh Mohanlal, known for bringing us the latest in non-invasive heart and health technologies. Now, this time he's done more. He's brought us to the end of the show.
Absolutely. Time flies when there's so much of information coming through.
Without a doubt. So rest assured that I've been going through all of your messages that you've been sending through on WhatsApp, and I do appreciate every single one of you. To all of you that have been watching on social media today, whether it was Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok, thank you very much for being there. Let's do it again tomorrow morning on your breakfast rush.
Have an incredible Monday. Be the best version of you.
Do good. Be good. Have an extra special Monday.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key